Hey guys, it's me, Sophie. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another organizational and motivational video. So today I want to share with you guys how we organize our small European fridge here in Germany. Unfortunately, we do not have a big sized fridge in our small apartment, but it is pretty standard sized for Germany and Europe. And over the years, I've come up with several hacks and ideas on how to store my food in the fridge so that it looks very appetizing, but it's also functional and it makes grabbing things like snacks, healthy snacks or meal prepping a lot easier. And yeah, I just thought I would share those tips with you guys because I personally learned a lot from other YouTube videos. So yeah, without any further rambling from my side, I'm gonna show you my fridge and then I'm gonna show you what I like to do for healthy snack ideas and to improve the healthy eating in our apartment a little bit. Okay guys, don't get scared, but this is how our fridge looks right now. It is super empty, I know. And it is this empty because I just got our online delivery, our food delivery. So because of the still a little bit difficult situation going on, we get a lot of our groceries delivered, which you can actually see over here. So we get from a store called Rive, we get most of our foods delivered once every week, once every 2 weeks. And yeah, so I'm just gonna unpack the stuff and then I'm gonna dive right into my tips for organizing the small fridge. Okay guys, so what I like to do is I like to place everything that I want to put in the fridge outside. All the fresh produce and berries and the meats and everything that is supposed to go in the fridge, I'm gonna put it on this side. And then over here I have my storage containers and things that I like to use. And I already have the lemons in here, but they are probably gonna go somewhere else. And yes, I like to keep all of these things in the fridge and let's organize them in a way so that everything fits nicely and everything is easily accessible for me. My second tip to store your items in a good way in your fridge is to use see-through containers and boxes to actually break down the big fridge areas into smaller areas so you have a better overview. So that is exactly what I'm doing right here. I'm putting things that fit together and match into those see-through containers so that everything that I can't take out of the packaging isn't sliding around the fridge and I have everything in one designated spot. My next tip is to get rid of as much packaging as possible. So I always take everything out of the plastic or out of the nets that the fruit and vegetables come in. I do it for literally everything. I even take off the small little rubber bands that hold the spring onions together. And then I also like to take all of the eggs out of their boxes. My next tip is to find storage solutions that work for you. So this bottom drawer is actually supposed to be holding fruit and vegetables, but I prefer to put our meats down there and keep our fruits and vegetables in different containers and in a different way. So you have to figure out what works best for you and your household when it comes to storage. Now I want to share with you guys how I like to keep healthy snacks on hand and make them look extra pretty in the fridge. So I am a huge believer in seeing healthy foods in front of you and displaying your food in a nice way. It will make you more prone to grab the healthy options instead of an unhealthy one. And something that I always do is when I buy fresh berries, for example those strawberries, I always wash them immediately and I go through all of them. That way I can make sure that none of the strawberries are moldy or have gone bad already. And if there are any ones that are not nice anymore, I can get rid of them immediately instead of having them sit in the packaging for a few days and getting all the other berries moldy and nasty too. And then I like to always obviously wash them and then also keep them in a see-through container. And the veggies, they stay super fresh that way. I never had any problems with the fruit or veggies drying out or going bad when I keep them in those glass containers, it is important that you do not put them into airtight containers. Another healthy snack everyone in our household really enjoys are raw carrots. So I like to prepare some of the carrots ahead of time, and I'm just like dicing them up into little carrot sticks, and I'm also gonna be storing them in one of those jars. But I did learn a trick recently on how to keep the carrots fresh, because if you just put them in a Tupperware or glass, they tend to dry out and get really like nasty. But before I do that, I had to share with you guys, when I say everyone loves carrots in our household, I mean everyone. Our puppy is obsessed with carrots. It's like his favorite snack, and he always waits patiently for me to feed him some. And yeah, the trick that I learned is that if you add filtered water to your carrots in one of those mason jars, they stay up in the fridge. They stay fresh for like up to a week. So that is actually really amazing, and I'm really glad that I learned that trick. Alright guys, let me show you the finished result and a little tour. I start with the bottom drawer. I like to keep our meats and my plant-based, like vegan meat in here, and Pedro's meat, and then I put 2 extra yogurts in here because they didn't fit in the other box, but that doesn't matter because I know that they're there, but I don't need to have them accessible like this. Then the next part is my favorite part. So I love how I have all my veggies in this basket. Like the first thing you see when you open the fridge is like this colorful shelf area, which is amazing because it motivates you to just grab something of the healthy stuff or to cook something with the healthy stuff. And it also reminds me like, hey, you have these vegetables that you need to use up. So having something open on display like this is perfect. The same goes for the snacks here. So I color coordinated them, but you can also split them by fruit and veggies. I have my tomato and my strawberries in the back, the blueberries, the cut up mango, and the carrot sticks. And I love, like, you can, if you're hungry and you want something, you just pull out a stick and you eat it, or I just grab a tomato. I love to snack on that while I'm cooking as well, and it's a healthy snack, so that's great. And then up here I have our plant-based yogurts and cream and everything else. And then in here I have tofu and cheeses, and I just like those. Those are packages and things I cannot take out of the plastic, so they tend to fly around the fridge or like slide off. So I like to keep them in this box where I can still see what's in there. And then this one I left empty for Tupperware with leftovers. I do meal prep for Pedro. So there's usually like 8 or 10 Tupperwares in here. So I wanted to keep that shelf empty for that purpose, so he can just pull it out. And then up here, I just have some more leftovers. Yeah, like I said, leftover pasta that I need to use up. And then up here, I have our eggs. And I also like to have the eggs in a bowl because that way I can see when we're running low and how many eggs are left. So yeah, this is how I like to keep our fridge. I really like it. In the doors, I just have condiments, some Diet Coke, milks, and some orange juice, and yeah. So that is how I like to keep the fridge. And then I also wanted to share with you guys this little breakfast corner that we have established, and it is basically the same concept. Like, keep your healthy foods in see-through containers that look pretty. So I love this display down here, like chia seeds, flax seeds, cranberries, and 2 different protein and smoothie powders, and then grated coconut and some healthy nuts to top. And then also, like, I have our protein bars on display and some nuts on display, and it just makes it so much easier to grab something healthy when you're hungry. Like, instead of grabbing, I don't know, like going to your drawers and grabbing an unhealthy snack, if you see the healthy things here on display, you're more likely to grab something of those healthy items instead of the unhealthy ones. At least I find that to be so. So yeah, that's why I keep everything nicely outside and nicely organized. Alright guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed my tips on how to store your food in a nice looking way and how to encourage healthy snacks instead of unhealthy ones. If you did so, please give it a like, leave me a comment, and make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!